I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man, what you gonna do? Look out, boys, it's coming through. Yeah, man, yeah, man.
What's up? Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Talking Crazy 88 back again with another podcast for you. Shout out to the Coach Gang, Coach Greg Adams. Hey, listen, I'm not a fan, but I enjoy his work. I enjoy his wisdom. And we're going to talk about some of the things he talks about on his show um, regarding American women. If you want to get an in-depth analysis of dating in America, dealing with American women here in the United States, uh, check out his podcast, his broadcast. I try not to recommend other YouTubers on my show because they seem to be a disappointment. I remember 10 years ago, I was I was damn near a fanboy of Tommy Sotomayor, but he was like on some bullshit. He's off YouTube now, and God bless him. That's all I got to say about it. So anyway, so Sunday is. I wanted to do a quick video. And oh yeah, shout out to all the brothers out there that are with white women. Uh, Shout out to all the passport gangs that's dating women from overseas who ain't fucking with American women anymore. That's fine because I'm almost there. Uh, Portugal is on. I'm on my way to Portugal, man, so I can start looking at women, white women that look like Arancha Sanchez Vicario, man. Even though she's from Spain, but you know what? I'm gonna head up there that way in Spain so I can look at some of these Caucasian women who ain't flatbacks like these nasty ass women here in this United States. All right, these racist motherfuckers. See, this is what we have to deal with. When you date out, you have to deal with the racism over here. You're gonna deal with it over there, but here is it's just ridiculous, man. And being that the United Snakes of America is the youngest country in the world, not necessarily the greatest. You know, I'm not going to be running around with an American flag, but like I was thinking of, something just came to my mind yesterday as I was doing my Saturday walks, my Saturday workout, and my Saturday afternoon walk around the park, and something just came to my mind. I should have just did a podcast then and there, but I wanted to do it on this Sunday. And instead of being a passport bro, just be a passport traveler, because you will begin to see things how people operate in other countries. I want you to go to these countries and see how the men operate in their country and how they are revered and how they're treated by their women. All right. All right. That, because we in the United States, it has evolved that the men have devolved into pussies, into feminized men. You can't be a heterosexual man in this country. There's a whole lot of males, but not a lot of men. All right. And it's evident based on YouTube. It's based on these YouTube videos that I've seen, where there's some bitches running around saying, criticizing black men that travel overseas. All right. And trying to find the love of their life, or whatever it is that they're looking for. I mean, I'm not in favor of prostitution or anything like that, because I've never been with a prostitute in my goddamn life. All right, at least one that hasn't been a pro. I've been with few that happen to be an amateur hoe, a renegade hoe, but those renegade hoes will just surprise you on the spot. I've been with hoes that borderline prostitution. When like the last one back in December I was dating. Well, I spent almost damn near $250 on 3 dates and didn't get nothing and got ghosted. See, and I was game goofy. I was game. Look, I can admit to it, man. I'm game. I was game goofy, man. I was just like, I was just so enthralled with some old bitch. I forgot. I lost my mind because it was an old bitch, right? It was an old bitch that looked somewhat young, but she was an old bitch. I had no business being with no old bitch my age or older, because they're nothing but trouble. They're just like the leftover women that couldn't keep a man when they were younger, and now they're old, and all the men my age are looking at younger women, which we should be looking at. Why the fuck are we looking at these old bitches, man? These old ran through bitches, man, and paying money and going on dates and kissing their ass. Why? Why are we doing this, guys? For what? So I think these passport bros got it right, man. I think we got it right. I think these young bucks got it right. I think they should go overseas and see how things operate in reality. Because in the reality here, and I was going to do a podcast on it. I might do a podcast on it later when I get back. That, hell, I might as well do it now. Because a lot of these brothers here in the United States, all right, not all of y'all are losers. Y'all are just like me. We're not losers. We just can't win. Or we just don't know how to win. All right? And I would say 70% of you brothers out here just don't know how to win. The 10%, they figured it out and they know how to win. That's why we have so many goddamn dating coaches out here. Yeah, 4 goofy motherfuckers every week, every Sunday have this winner circle and shit. And then you got a gigolo type looking nigga, a light-skinned gigolo type of looking nigga named Coach EO. And I think that nigga is a gigolo. He says some gigolo-ish shit. If a woman loves a man, she will give him her money. That's some pimpish or gigolo shit to say, man. That's borderline pimping. That's borderline gigolo-ish, man. You look like a gigolo, man, if he's not a pimp. But he's giving out the right information. He's giving out game. He's giving out a game on how to deal with the women in the United States, and possibly, you can learn from it. So you can just put that in your toolbox. So if you go date overseas, them basic bitches out there, if you don't know the language, will try to run game on you. It has happened. It will happen. The grass is not always greener on the other side. That's all I have to say. It's just different. And if you learn the language and you learn how things operate, you'll be all right. Trust me. That's what I'm advocating. I'm advocating the passport bros to go overseas, learn the language, learn how things operate over there. Because it's not like the United States. You can't bring that nigger film over there because they will spot you out. And these are the niggas that always get caught up in some bullshit, thrown in jail. You're going to hear more of these passport pookies going overseas and getting locked up. They're going to have a whole new season of Locked Up Abroad if you don't watch yourself out there. There was a brother a year and a half ago, that got shot to death down in Colombia because he resisted a robbery attempt because he was wearing gold jewelry. Acting like you're in the States. Now, in the States, you're going to get jacked too. Just like that young brother who's the rapper who went into the hood. Who went into the hood of Los Angeles. The hood. His goofy ass girlfriend texted out the late, posted the pictures of the Instagram and posted where they were located. And some goofy niggas just ran up on him, robbed him, and shot him right in front of everybody in broad daylight. In broad daylight. See, this is what we have to. You're gonna have to deal with bullshit like that over there, just like we have to deal with the bullshit over here, in these hoods. And I'm getting off tangent, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that, from what I know. These rappers / criminals. Why are y'all going back in the hood? Why are y'all checking in? I know what checking in means, man. Y'all got to pay a fee in order to get some sort of security, so the niggas won't fuck with you, so you won't get robbed. It's like protection money, nigga. Why are you going? First of all, why are y'all going out to Los Angeles anyway? It's a cesspool out there. I used to love it. I still love it. It's in my heart. But I will never go out there to live. I will never go out there to hang out, man. I'll just dip in and dip out, and that's it. Boom. I don't want to go into the hood. I went into the hood one time. I'll never do that shit again. That's all I'm saying. Me and my ex-girl at the time, we was driving down Crenshaw Boulevard. I've seen it. I wasn't thoroughly in. It was unremarkable. It was an unremarkable experience. Okay? I'll never do that shit again. It's one of those things that I will do only one time in my lifetime. And I stayed my black ass in the car. All right? I'm not getting out of the car. See, I'm going to be doing shuffling. I'm going to be doing a little bit of shuffling on this video. But it's going to be on this podcast. But it's going to be a short one because I got to get ready. I got to get the fuck up out of here so I can go to the bar and watch the Saints play. But I might be back this afternoon, so I'll do a podcast this afternoon. I won't be drinking that much. Trying to cut down on the drinking at my age, drinking beer, drinking alcohol, but it's not good for you. You got to live a healthy lifestyle, man. You can't overdo it. You can do it every once in a while. You just can't do it. You just can't overdo it. I'm not an alcoholic or anything like that. But, when the game time comes around, that's when I start drinking. So, start drinking a little bit, yelling at the TV or something like that. And this only occurred during the pandemic. That's when I started drinking. But pandemic's over. There's no need to sit in my house and just be depressed and shit. Not that I was depressed, but anyway, enough about that. I said my piece on that. So back to the Passport Gang. Back to the Passport Gang. Back to the brothers who can't win, who are not losers, but they just don't know how to win. I'm in that boat. I'm in training because I want you brothers to win. I want the brothers like me to win. And I was reading this book by Jack Welch about some time ago about winning. Because that's what I'm building my library on. And that was my new decade resolution since 2020, is that I'm just going to learn how to win in life. Win in career, win with socially, and win and win economically. Because you brothers are winning. You're not losers. You just don't know how to win You're playing it safe. You're playing for a tie. A tie is just as bad as a loss. But you're not a loser. See, the losers are usually the sexual deviants, the deviants, the miscreants, the criminals. Those are the losers in life. And I'm not even going to call them Pookies and Ray Rays. Those are the ones that just don't want anything out of life. All right, they're just happy to where they are in life. Their status at life. They're happy at their CVS job that they've been doing for 25 years. And then they get and then they're surprised that I'm getting laid off. What am I gonna do? Because I used to hear that when I had a real job or a fake job, or all these jobs are fake anyway. But when I was working, I used to hear that all the time from people who got laid off. I don't know what to do. What are you gonna do? I don't know. It's like a sheer panic. When I got laid off the first time, they were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." It was like a funeral. They were like treating it like it was a funeral, like my career was over, like my life was gonna be over. It's just a goddamn job. But the light turned on in my head, and I'm like saying to myself, "Why the fuck am I going through all this?" See, I've gone through the bullshit interviews, going through, the job interviews are bullshit. It's bullshit. See, this is what I'm talking about when you just can't win. You're not a loser. You just can't win. Because when you're going for a job, you need some sort of a cheat code to even get the goddamn job. You either need to know somebody or you need a cheat code on how to ace those interviews. Because in life in America, people will screen you out. They will find reasons to disqualify you. Just like in dating. And believe me, I've experienced it. Younger, even in my age, occasionally. I allowed my mouth to talk me out of some drawers. And it does happen to me occasionally. Used to happen to me when I was younger all the time. Until I figured it out, man, you can't say that shit. You can't tell the bitch the truth. You can't tell the bitch all your business. You can't be totally honest with the bitch. But you can't lie to the bitch. You just don't disclose certain personal shit about yourself that will turn her off. You just want to get the drawers and get the fuck up out of there. Bust a nut, figure out whether you like the bitch or not. Post-nut clarity. Shout out to the coach Greg Adams on that. The post-nut clarity. See, ladies, men, and shout out to Tom Likas. He said it the best. The only time a man can figure out whether they like a woman is when we bust a nut in them. Hey, listen, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm just too old for this shit, man. Yeah, it's really, you really gotta have game to get these bitches. You have to have game to get a job. You just have to have that game, man. That's all it is. Life is always one big proverbial game. And I get it. And when you go overseas, you're going to have some sort of game over there too. All right? And doing that, you just got to figure out how to figure out how life is like down there. That's it. Nothing special, anything elaborate. You just got to figure out how life is like down there. That's it. Boom. Find out what the men are doing. Just observe first. Go down there, observe. If you're gonna get off the resort shit, figure out how life is like down there. All right. All right. Well, listen. Let me go ahead and cut this podcast short. I'll be back later on today, and I'll do another podcast. This is Talking Crazy 88, and I am out of here, people.